Here's something I see all the time, and it might surprise you. I talk to retirees who have done everything right. They've saved diligently. They have a healthy nest egg. On paper, they should feel completely secure. And yet, every time the market has a bad week, they can't sleep. They check their account balance obsessively. They hesitate to take the vacation they've earned, even though their own financial plan says they could afford it. So, what's going on here? Is it just anxiety? Bad money habits? Actually, no. In most cases, it's something much more specific and much more fixable. It's a mismatch between how their money is positioned and how their brain needs it to behave in retirement. Today, I want to walk you through why that happens and what it actually looks like to fix it. Because retirement isn't just a math transition, it's a psychological one. And if you only plan for the math, you may end up with a portfolio that works on paper but doesn't let you sleep at night. Let's get into it. During your working years, you're playing what I call the accumulation game. The scoreboard is simple: your account balance. Growth is the win condition. And when the market drops, it's uncomfortable, but it's tolerable because you have two things on your side: time and a paycheck. Time to let the market recover, and a paycheck that means you're not actually pulling money out of a shrinking account. Retirement changes the game entirely. Now you're playing what I call the distribution game. The scoreboard isn't your balance anymore. The real question becomes, can this money reliably pay my bills month after month for the rest of my life? And growth alone doesn't answer that question. Growth is only part of the story. Income and the order in which you take it matters just as much. Here's a line I want you to remember: growth is a math problem, income is a math problem, and an emotional problem. That second part is what most retirement plans miss entirely. Let's talk about why this emotional piece is so real and not just in your head. There's a well documented concept in behavioral finance called loss aversion. In simple terms, it means people feel the pain of a loss roughly twice as intensely as they feel the pleasure of an equivalent gain. Losing $10,000 hurts about twice as much as gaining $10,000 feels good. Now, here's why that matters so much more once you retire. A 20% drop in your portfolio at age 45 is basically just a number on a screen. Frustrating? Sure. But you're still working, still contributing, and you have years to recover. That same 20% drop at age 68, while you're also withdrawing income to live on, isn't just a number anymore. It's a direct threat to your lifestyle. It's the feeling that your grocery budget, your travel plans, your ability to help your grandkids, all of it just got shakier. That combination, a loss plus an active withdrawal, is what drives the real anxiety we see in retirees. And it's also what drives bad decisions. Panic selling at the worst possible time. Delaying spending you can actually afford. Losing sleep over money you don't even need for another 20 years. And here's the important part: this fear isn't irrational. It's actually pointing at something mathematically real, something called sequence of returns risk, which I've covered in another video. When you're withdrawing money during a down market, the damage compounds in a way it simply doesn't during your working years. So that anxious feeling, it's your instincts picking up on real risk. The goal isn't to ignore it. The goal is to structure your money so that risk doesn't exist in the first place. So, how do we actually fix this? There's a concept in behavioral finance called mental accounting. It describes the fact that people manage money far better when it's mentally separated into labeled buckets tied to a specific purpose, even though technically money is money. A dollar is a dollar no matter which account it sits in. But psychologically, it doesn't feel that way. And we can actually use that to our advantage. Here's how this applies directly to your retirement. When the income that covers your essential bills, your mortgage, your groceries, your utilities, is coming from a guaranteed source that has nothing to do with the stock market, something important happens. Your brain is finally free to let your growth money actually act like growth money. A market drop stops being a threat to your groceries. It's just market noise because the bills are already covered somewhere else. This is the real psychological case for combining a guaranteed income source that might be Social Security timed strategically, or it might be a fixed index annuity with an income rider with a separate bucket of money that's actually allowed to grow. Is not an either or decision between safety and growth. It's about giving each dollar a specific job. Here's another line worth remembering. You don't need all of your money to feel safe. You need enough of it positioned correctly so that your brain can finally stop keeping score every single day. Let me paint a quick picture. These are based on patterns I see often, not any one specific person. Picture two retirees, same net worth, same age, same retirement date, but structured completely differently. The first retiree has their entire nest egg in a market-based portfolio, and they're withdrawing from it every month to cover living expenses. What does that look like day to day? They check their account balance constantly. They dread the months the market is down, even though logically they know markets recover. And even when their own plan says they can afford something, a trip, a gift for a grandchild, they hesitate because every withdrawal feels like it's chipping away at their safety net. The second retiree has their essential expenses covered by Social Security, plus a guaranteed income stream. The rest of their money is invested for growth. What does that look like? They still notice when the market drops, but they don't fear it. It doesn't change their spending decisions because their bills were never depending on that money in the first place. Their day-to-day experience of retirement is simply calmer. Same net worth, completely different lived experience. That's the power of structure, not just size. So if you take one thing away from this video, let it be this. Stop asking, what's my rate of return, as the only question that matters. Start asking, do I have enough guaranteed monthly income to cover my essential bills no matter what the market is doing? And is that covered without ever touching my growth money? This isn't about avoiding the market. It's not about being overly conservative. It's about being intentional, deciding which money's job is stability and which money's job is growth, so that neither one is ever asked to do a job it wasn't built for. Here's the bottom line. Retirement isn't just a math transition, it's a psychological one. And when your money is structured the right way, that transition gets a lot easier, not just on your spreadsheet, but on you. If anything I've shared today resonated with you, get the free booklet called For Those Who Want to Prosper and Thrive in Retirement. Check out the link in the description box to get that information. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more people find this channel and get access to this kind of straightforward retirement education. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you never miss a video. I'm Shonda Prescott, and this is Retirement Security Simplified, where we specialize in turning confusion into confidence, one conversation at a time.